Shall we start? All right, hello everyone. I'm here to present to you today iPipeTo. It actually stands for Interactive Pipe 2. It's basically this small Unix tool it was like my last pet project from this winter. So I'm really happy to be here today presenting it. Let me just explain. I'm going to start with a bit of introduction, and I wanted to show how the idea came to be. So if you haven't seen the website yet, so bear with me. I'm gonna go through the history of how the idea came to be, and then explain how it works. Make a small live coding session, and after that is questions. All right, so let me start by presenting myself. My name is Rui Adorno. I'm a front-end developer. I've been doing that for a while now, but I also had some experience as a full-stack developer, so that brought me closer to the command line and got me to love that kind of stuff. So yeah, let me start by talking about the command line interface. Just to understand the audience, like who has at least a little bit of experience working with a terminal command line? Okay. So I'll try to be thoroughly, with my live code session, explain how each piece works, so everyone can kind of follow the magic behind it. So basically, I just put this first slide to just this is just copy and paste from Wikipedia, but just my take out of this is that the command line interface, it's not the absence of a graphical user interface. It's also a very powerful visual interface for people to work on, and especially developers. We love it because it gave us the ability of scripting stuff that we can reuse later, and so that's basically what I wanted to show here. But it has a major drawback, that is the lack or the loss of context awareness when you're working with it. A lot of times in between commands, you don't really know in what state you're at that moment. So that was kind of the motivation behind the entire idea behind the tool. So I wanted to start by presenting this library here called inquirer.js. I don't know if any of you guys have used it before, but it's basically a library that allows you to build nice interfaces like that in the command line, and it's the library behind the interface of Yeoman. So if you ever use Yeoman, you're basically dealing with that library behind the scenes. And I have to do my mandatory shout out to Montreal. He's from Montreal. He's the mastermind behind this library and this whole thing. He's also the main maintainer of the Yeoman project. So he basically created this library that provides the amazing interface that I use. So I just wanted to quickly show what the API looks like, if anyone is interested by Inquirer or the possibility of using this later. So it has a super awesome API, really nice to use. So just requiring it, and then prompt will start the prompt, and you have properties to configure it. So here I'm just showing up a list with some fruits, and it will show select an item, and then it will print whatever you select. So this is just to show a little bit of JavaScript. And now let me start talking about the idea itself. So basically I wanted to tackle this kind of loss of context when working with the command line. And it started with a bit of frustration using specific tools like Grunt. Grunt was my first try really with this kind of interface. So basically, this was a Grunt plugin, and all it did was show you a menu with all the Grunt tasks that were available for in a specific project. So I just used the same library, and so it was a pain. It was a recurring pain because I had a lot of projects to deal with, and every time I had to go inside a project, I didn't know what do I have here? Do I have tests running for this project? How do I build it? So this was basically building a nice interface within the terminal to allow me to run whatever is available. And then time went by, and I found another pain point that is like with using Git. And this is a small Git plugin I did using the same interface that allows you to basically list the branches available for a Git repo, and allows you to select one branch and just check out that branch. It was a common workflow that I found myself repeating that like every day. Okay, just git branch, see the list of branches, and then, okay, I want to check out into this one. So basically just building the interface to fix this specific problem. And then recently I built this one. It's NTL, it stands for NPM Task List, which is pretty much the same idea as from Grunt Menu. But this time binding with the NPM scripts that are much more popular these days, and I find myself, I was using that way more often. I'm not really using Grunt anymore, so this is basically repeating the same idea from before, but for NPM. And all these solutions, they have the same drawback, because they're all very specific to the problem they're solving, and they're not really modular or reusable. So then that got me thinking, and then that led me to realize, like, the solution, okay, there's, with the Unix pipes, like, Unix has this philosophy of like composable commands, and the way it works is by, like, you have kind of a stream flowing through all your comments, where you have the input and you have the output, and you use the pipes. The pipes themselves are just this bar. I don't even know the name of the character, the proper name in English, but anyways, this is a pipe, a Unix pipe, and you just connect the commands together using the pipe. So here I'm basically like using ls, which is the Linux command to list files and folders within a folder, and I'm sending the output of that into grep. Grep is a command that will filter out stuff based on a pattern. Usually it can be a regular expression, but here in this case I'm just like getting whatever has HTML in the name. And then the result of that I'm piping to last that will kind of just show you the content of the file. So that leads me to iPipeTo, which basically is using this idea from the streams, from the pipes, to make that interface, that repeatable, that interface that I've been repeating for so many times, into a reusable thing, a reusable Unix tool. So it just takes a list of items as an input, and it will build the interface using inquirer.js. So the user can just manually filter out the items, and it will output the whatever select to the standard output. So it's available on NPM. So it's actually alias to iPipeTo, because every real command liner user wants to have a short command. So if you want to get it, this is the link. I'll make the slides available later so people can refer to this. And yeah, I actually want to show you how it works, because it's much more exciting to see the working than just the slides. All right, if I can have Eric Beaufort to help me out here. Yeah, he will help me by, yes, providing a microphone. All right. Yeah, come Okay. Yeah, let me start by doing a real simple example. Let me just show you the basic listing command, right, for the ones that are not so used with it. ls, just listing whatever files and folders are inside this folder. So, and then let's get another command, like cat. Cat is a command that will output whatever is inside a file. So it will just print the contents of a file in the terminal. So, okay. So I'm going to show you how basically to create a flow using iPipeTo to plug them together. So I'll use ls and I'll pipe this list into iPipeTo, and then the result of whatever you select will be sent to cat. Only that there's a catch. You need to use XRs that will actually transform, it will get the result from the standard output and send it as an argument, because cat uses an argument, not with the standard input. So that builds a nice interface, and then you can go to whatever file you want, and just hit enter, and it prints it. So it does whatever you're expecting at the end of your command chain, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and just show you how I basically just redid the same idea from the get branch checkout plugin. Basically, I have git branch to print my current branches, and I'm gonna pipe that into iPipeTo, and the result, I'm gonna set that to git checkout. That's it. I'm now at the develop branch that I just switched it to. So the next one, yeah, let me do a little bit of, I just want to show how to plug more commands together. So this one, I'm just using like a more elaborate command, just to like, this just finds whatever file ends with .js within this folder. And then I'm gonna use grab.
Can you clear your terminals with the at the same time?
Good idea. Oh, nah. Yeah. No. All right. So just basically find whatever is ends with .js, and I'm gonna grab to just filter out just whatever has select on the file name. Then it gives me just 3 files, and then I just want to show how it can be composed with actually more commands than just this 3. So basically the same thing as before, just passing through a grab and using like finds to build the whole menu interface. So there's also more options, like there is this multiple choice option that actually behaves as a filter instead of us selecting just one item. So that will be, let's say I want to remove the file. Let me say, hey, let's create a flow to just get removed, and then I'll use whatever is output by I'm sending in the first list, and then with iPipeTo, I'm going to use the -n option that will allow me to actually select multiple items. It builds this similar menu, but this time I can actually select multiple items, and when I hit enter, they're gone. They basically went through git error. And yeah, one last one. Another option that I have is to actually copy straight to the clipboard, because that was actually the inception of the idea. Like I was finding myself often listing things, having to drag the mouse, copy over and paste. So I said, come on, I'm just gonna copy it straight to the clipboard. So there's also an option for that. Let me reuse it. Previews. Yes. Yeah. So this is the same from before. Just getting a list of files, the JS files, and gonna pipe that. iPipeTo, and using -c, and I'm not sending the output anywhere. This is just going to copy to the clipboard. So now it's copied to the clipboard, so let's say I want to remove it. Yeah, then I just press Command V, and I can remove it if I want. I'm not going to do that because this one is not on Git. So, but I can do whatever, and then now I can paste it elsewhere if I want. So that's it. Yeah. Thank you, Eric. Thank you very much. I'll be forever in that. And so I just want to have one more thing to say, that along with this idea, I also started by putting together like a small kind of gallery so that people can actually come in and already find like awesome workflows, like ideas to just, maybe if you just want to reuse it, just go ahead and copy it and put it on your Bash RC and use it. So this is something I try to push for, especially like a community, like have people contributing more workflows and try to get something really nice and ready to use. But like I put together some more complex ones, like this one here is like Rebase. It basically will build a menu like with all your comments, and whatever you select, I'm gonna use the hash of that comment and start interactive rebase from that comment on. So this is the Git rebase, the Git interactive rebase from the command line. So if you use it to it, like it's super powerful, it really allows you to manipulate Git history in any way you want. So this is a super useful thing. But basically, and this one is doing the same kind of idea, but just checking out the given command instead of starting a rebase. So this one is like a recursive one. It's just like building this the same interface, but like with the directories that are inside the directory you are currently, and if you select one, it will do the same thing. It will list the folders that are inside that directory. So it's pretty powerful. It can do amazing stuff, and yeah, I want people to come in and help me make better stuff than I was able to put together from it. So yeah, that's it. If you want to know more about the project, here's the website.